So recruiting at the moment I feel it's going strong. Making good contacts with, these young ladies. So it's just building a relationship with them, via text, talking to them, talking to their parents. I'm doing my best. It's an arduous process because sometimes you don't get a text back for a week, but I'm staying diligent on on my recruiting efforts, and I think we're going to do well for the official season. What it meant for these young ladies to compete, I thought it was great. So we only had two. Rio had a prior engagement. She had to go back to her hometown. But Elena and Kari. So I'll start with Elena. And, she had 3 great matches. She looked solid in her technique. Always stalking, going forward, attacking, were like her go-tos, her sweep singles. She wrestled a very tough girl in the finals, and she was a little worried. The girl's a little bit longer, kind of kept me at bay. But I'd rather take that 13-7 loss rather than go out and tech some girl in 14 seconds. But that girl's currently ranked 7th in the country. So I like the fact that, Elena, she was a little upset about the loss, hands on the hips. It's like, I can beat her, so I like her grit. And then Kari, first time ever, making weight, warming up, being in that environment. So she had a bye first round. She got pinned in both of her matches, but her goals were different than Elena's. Her goals were to score points. She scored 6 in the tournament. So she came off the mat and she's like, what, coach, I know I didn't win, but I had so much fun. That as a coach and as a man, that made me feel very, very good, just because we're trying to build, a loving environment that's we're going to be passionate about what we do. Our fundraising, for the Peacock 24-hour Power Challenge was great. I think we were expecting something, but moving forward, just with the generosity of people that were like, hey, women's wrestling. Now, men's wrestling did awesome, dominated, but we earned just over 3,700. To me, that's a great start. We're just going to keep building, keep getting better. So, it was 3,700 that we didn't have before. But the people that gave, much gratitude to them. Particularly shout out to Roger and Alice. They did us a solid, with a little juice. So it was very appreciated. We'd like to, I've been in contact with the Doan coach, just waiting for confirmation. So I'm trying to get the girls into another tournament, just so we're staying hungry. So we can't just train. I want to you got to feed them and be like, hey, let's go to this tournament. But there is a couple events. Definitely for Elena that I want to get to the under 23 nationals out in Spokane, Washington, mainly for her. I think it would be a great test, and that would be a great trip. So that would be like in April. Commits for next year. I'll start with the first one. We have from Western Dubuque. We have Sheridan Engelken, great young lady. She's hungry. She's only been wrestling a couple years, but most girls have only been wrestling a couple years. So she's going to add to the depth, at 191. But she's a smart girl. She's hardworking. So I'm probably gonna go support her, at a match coming up. Then we have out of upstate New York, we have Michaela Madsen. Fine young lady. She's gonna be gritty. She's gonna work hard. She'll probably wrestle 109. I think this will be big for her as a wrestler, because she's the first female ever from her school to go on, which is pretty historical. And then locally on campus, just had another girl, commit that said, "Hey, I think I want to do this." So we're always building. We're always trying to recruit from those different avenues. But I want these young ladies to, they want to do it. They want to jump in to wrestling and feel good about the efforts.